Yo, we've been working. YouTube still ain't sending out no notification. We gonna get you, YouTube. We gonna get all y'all. Y'all trying to hold back the movement. Smash the like button. We working. We got to talk about these fights. Showtime, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hugo Ruiz. Right? We got to talk about Alberto Machado lost his WBA title against Andrew Cancio. Upset. That was definitely an upset. 2 SoCal fights. 2 fire fights. Okay. Let's get it. You know, I'm waiting for people to show up. We just getting live. This is what we do on this side. Smash the fucking like button. The real is back. I told y'all. The real is back. The real is cat. We got this boxing thing on under lock and key. Hold on. Let me brush my hair real quick. We got to get camera ready. Got that Castor Troy and face off. I'm Castor Troy. I'm Castor Troy. Yeah. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Break down this game. Tank Davis looking like a superstar out there. So, I got to get my superstar on. Shout out to ATL. AT Aliens. We see you. Yeah, I seen Machado got done up. He got laced up. Ego gang. You already know what it is. Shout out to my shooters. Shout out to the channel members. Mr. King Palmer, Trey, Brock, Jose de Jesus. Anybody I missed. We the gang. Digital mob. Let's get it. Gervonta Tank Davis, his fight's easy to break down because it was one-sided. It was a brutal beatdown. That's the fight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Smash the like button. And I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Gervonta Tank Davis, first of all, he walked out to Michael Jackson Thriller. I'm a fan of that. Michael Jackson's my favorite entertainer of all time. Him and Tupac. I got some others, but they're definitely there. So I like that. He has some backup dancers. I think more fighters, especially the young guys who are being promoted as like superstars, they got to get into it, make the crowd love them, put on a show. And that's what Tank did. He didn't really dance or like come out like rapping like Broner be doing. He was just laser focused. This was his first fight. And since April of last year, I covered his last fight, Broner versus Vargas card. That was April of last year in the East Coast. He was fighting on the West Coast. This shows that Tank has true star power because they had stars in the building. They had guys like Meek Mill. Whoa! Meek Millie. Drake was there. Hold on. Let me pull Steven Espinoza of Showtime. He kind of released some of the names that were in there. Just so I don't miss anyone real quick. He said some of the biggest stars in the world came out to see Gervonta Davis. Drake, Lil Wayne. Damn, Lil Wayne was there. I know he's a sports and boxing fan. Yeah, Wayne was probably like, yeah, I just came out to see, Gervonta Tank Davis and see. I'm from Apple and Eagle Street, yeah. That's how Lil Wayne was in the crowd. I just came out to watch, Gervonta. It says Drake. I was running through the 6 with my old. You know how that go. Yeah. All right, Drake, Lil Wayne, baby. Shout out to Baltimore when they see them. Lil Wayne, Meek Mill, Odell Beckham, Antonio Brown. Both ABs was there. Antonio Brown and Adrian Broner. Birdman was there. What happened to that boy? Jeezy. This kid is a star. Shout out to Jeff Marshall, $2 super chat. I seen Swift Jared Hurd. The fighters were there. Jeff Hurd, he was there. Tank the man, 130 and 135. No comp till Regis Prograis. What do you think? Man, Tank's looking like the man. Very sharp. Let's break down Tank's performance. Yes, I understand it was a guy moving up in weight. Yes, I understand that there's a guy with limited time to prepare. Yes, I understand that the initial fight we all wanted to see, Abner Matas, did not happen. But guess what? I give Tank all the credit in the world because he did what you were supposed to do. Like, look at it. Like, some of y'all, like, we're gonna break it down, especially with this Machado shit, him losing. I'm glad that they fought on the same night so we can have a comparison, because they both were WBA champions in the division. Some of y'all don't. Roger Mayweather was so right when he's like, most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing, and that's a lot of y'all. Y'all won't give this kid credit for shit. You know, Annihilates had his own health reasons why he had to pull out. I still see people blaming Tank because the fight we all wanted to see did not happen. That is not fair. Tank did what you were supposed to do. Another fight at the StubHub Center, I think last year, when Canelo fell for the meat shit, the clenbuterol, that I was at, that I covered as media, was Gennady Golovkin versus Vanes Martirosyan. Gennady, he got his bell rung, it looked like, by Vanes Martirosyan in the first round. And then he just, in the second round, he destroyed him. You know, he put on, he's like, oh shit, this dude ain't playing around. And then he piled it on. But he was getting tagged. And that was a guy coming up in weight also, coming off a 2-year layoff, switching promoters to Don King, which he's now complaining about on Twitter, you know. And this was a guy like in Golovkin who was a silver medalist, is supposed to be the boogeyman. It didn't look like what Tank just did. It didn't. And those were similar situations. Late ass replacement, 2 to 3 weeks to train, a guy moving up in weight. Plus, like I said, Vanes hadn't fought in 2.5 years. This dude at least had a bunch of knockouts in the first round, like, you know, 17 knockouts or whatever in the first round. But it's not even about that. It's about how Tank did what he was supposed to do. Because we just seen Alberto Machado just got stopped by a guy who's been stopped before, who had he had 4 losses and 2 draws, Andrew Cancio. And if I'm not mistaken, Jojo Diaz Jr., he's an Olympian. He might have moved up to 130. I think he just fought at 130. But when Jojo Diaz stopped Andrew Cancio, I believe it was at featherweight, 126. So that's a very similar situation. Plus, Tank was the smaller guy versus Hugo Ruiz. You look at Machado versus Andrew Cancio, he's dealing with a guy coming up in weight. There was a marked height differential, and Machado looked huge next to him. He looked huge next to him, and he was the one that got destroyed. Tank is the smaller guy walking down the bigger guy and breaking him down. AKA what I always tell you, skills pay the fucking bills. Look at Andres, you don't know shit about boxing, bro. You said let him fight Miguel Berchelt. Miguel Berchelt is hurt. He's fighting doctor's appointments right now. Learn boxing. If you want to come to my channel, you want to challenge what I say, learn your boxing. Berchelt is, all right, tell him to fight Tank. Hurt. And see what happened. He's hurt. He's hurt. And Berchelt don't got no defense. So good luck with that. You know, this is what I'm talking about. You see, people were raving about Machado. I rave about greatness that I see. I rave about skills. Tank has skills. People are raving about Machado because he's big and he's strong. He's cool, but it was still, we had to see what he was talking about. And we just seen him fight somebody who's by no stretch, you know, a world beater at the, you know, a guy who has lost. And this is what I'm saying. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing because they praise certain guys and uplift them and lift them up, and then they blast out headlines talking about upset. Machado wasn't no upset. If Tank lost, that would be an upset to me. But Machado is an upset to y'all. Y'all think that's an upset. That ain't no upset to me because, you know, he's solid, but we still had to see more from him. You get what I'm saying? But you guys uplift certain fighters, you know, conveniently. And sometimes it's fighters who don't have that many check boxes checked in the skill department, in the overall complete fighter. So when they lose, you guys, you act shocked. It's not really that shocking that Machado lost. He's big, strong, with power. He's with Freddie Roach. People get gassed up for those reasons. You know, I understand losses happen. You know, these guys aren't invincible, but it's just, this is what I'm talking about. This is that old media shit. Look at almost every single person that they prematurely praise ends up losing, and quicker than most think. You know, oh shit, Roman Gonzalez lost. You know, he moved up another weight class and he started having tough fights where he arguably lost, and then he did lose, you know, to Sor Rungvisai. Then he had the opportunity to run it back, and then he lost worse and got knocked out. Come on, man. Kovalev, Shabransky, you know, Machado. See, people are quick to get behind certain guys and then act all shocked. Oh, skills pay the bills. That's what I like about Gervonta Tank Davis. Me and my dude J-Dog. See, instead of hating and impersonating Ego's Army and stuff, you can learn from Ego's Army. Like J-Dog be dropping gems. J-Dog hit me up on Twitter. We had a little dialogue, and I've looked at the comments that he's putting. He's kicking the science. Yeah, Loma lost 2 in his second fight. That's what I'm saying, bro. But J-Dog, I'm going to read your tweet if that's cool. I'm going to read what you said. J-Dog out here schooling y'all. And it's funny because me and J-Dog we're not probably always on the same page, but a lot of times we are on the same page, and we be kicking y'all ass with the boxing knowledge. Y'all always want to say we don't know, and you know, the Anthony Joshua situation, you're lying and all this shit. And then when it's proven that what we were preaching was right, and then all of a sudden y'all disappear. And then only come back once we finally get something wrong. Shout out to Jeff Marshall, $2 super chat. Machado is a C+, B- level fighter. At best, Tank is an A+. Tank's young too. He's still, you know, he got TBE in his corner. Easy work. Okay, motherfucker. You know, so getting guidance from that. Leonard Ellaby's been in the business, so he has a good team. This is what my guy J-Dog said. Tank's power is destructive, but his ring IQ is underrated. He makes adjustments very quickly. Dude is a beast. Ruiz's nose exploded off impact. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Skills pay the bills. Tank, don't get it wrong, he'll beat your ass. He has threatening power, but he also has skills. We seen that in the Jose Pedraza fight. Skills. Jose Pedraza has some skills too. You know, he's not the greatest puncher, but he's probably a more formidable puncher when he fought Tank at 130 than he is at 35. Tank beat the brakes off of him. I don't know that I gave Pedraza any round. Pedraza was so-called playing games in there, making these fucking circus noises, and Tank was busting him up. I don't know. See, I know my boxing. That was on the Badu Jack James DeGale card in January on Showtime. It was a doubleheader at the Barclays Center. This is how I remember boxing. Now go look it up and tell me that I'm lying. I remember that fight well. Pedraza was getting busted up, getting hit with shots, head rocking back, and he was like, woo, 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 like a fucking hyena or some shit, Lion King or something. And he was getting torched. He was getting beat to the punch, and he was like trying to offset Tank. Tank got skills, I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, he was woo, 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 woo. You know, fucking Paul Bearer. Undertaker, why does Gervonta hit? I watched Gervonta break noses. It was inspiring. Why you fucking sound like Paul Bearer from the Undertaker's boss. Rest in peace, Paul Bearer. Man, let's get it, man. I'm ready to go, man. Tell me when to go, man. Motherfucker making them noises. You still lose. Listen, I love showmanship. I love it. But do that when you're in control of the fight. You making them noises and still getting touched up. You know? I fought Lomachenko. I gave him issue, but he got me. Motherfuckers sound like Paul Bearer making these goddamn noises and shit. Tank was piecing them up. Okay. Who the fuck is Andres? He want that work? Bro, these dudes can't fake. Mayweather never gonna let him fight fighters at their prime. Man, stop it. Stop it. These dudes are pure haters in the comment section. Look at the names, faces, the profile pics of the people doing the most hating. What's your name? Hold on. Let me find Andres Alcoholic or whatever your name is. Stop hating. You'll get now it's Mayweather ain't gonna let him fight fighters in the prime. Does it look like he's gonna have any issue fighting fighters in the prime? He's getting better. You know, you prematurely making up. Come on, bro. This is why old media be getting dusted up. J-Dog, bro, we can't even argue. It don't even make sense. These dudes find They'll find a way to hate. Oh, why is he coming out to Michael Jackson wouldn't have approved of this ring walk. This sucks. They always find. So Tank going above and beyond trying to entertain with the ring entrance, and now you mad. If Tyson Fury walked out to Thriller, you motherfuckers would be like, oh yeah, Tyson Fury, that's all they want. Tyson Fury. Y'all be all with it. Stop playing with me, man. We already know what it is. We know what time it is. I didn't see Floyd play nobody. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, man. Motherfuckers want to hate so bad. That's what happens when you're on top. Anyway, let's get back to the performance. Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, I'm not going to take his win out of context. He was in there with the late replacement. Once again, through no fault of his own, his opponent had a detached retina and health issues that he had to take care of, rightfully so. Like I said in my post-fight video, Gervonta is not the person if you're bringing an existing bad injury or potentially bad injury, like a detached retina that could impair your vision. Annihilates 100% made the right call, him and his wife, to go get that looked at, because that is not the guy you want to be in the ring with if you're having issues like that. You know, this could be the difference between being blind out of one eye and vision. It's not worth it. Just for what? To prove, you know, you have the biggest cojones? That's stupid. So, you know, get well soon, Annihilates. I hope he makes a speedy recovery. I hope he's able to go on with his career if that's what he wants, you know, and this is rectified with the surgery he had. But you wouldn't want to be in a fight. Tank has too much power. You don't want to be in it if your eyes bothering you seeing doubles and shit like that. So that's not Tank's fault. You know, he didn't create that. And I like the sportsmanship from Tank. He did some recent issues and he was like, yeah, Abner, he's like, health comes first. You know, I want to wish him a speedy recovery. Great. You know, I like that. But people trying to flip it. Oh, Tank cherry pick. That's stupid. He's not cherry picking if his opponent, which was the fight on paper that we all wanted to see, is unable to make it to the ring for obvious reasons. It's not a Tank issue. That's not Tank cherry picking. That's not, oh, Tank is looking for the easy route. How is he looking for the easy route when he's willing? See, y'all did the same shit with Charlo. Y'all did the same fucking shit with Charlo. Because Charlo's willingness to fight a tricky guy in Matt Korobov and have a trickier fight than probably the initial opponent, Willie Monroe Jr., somehow y'all flip it on Charlo and say he was exposed. He wasn't exposed. He wasn't even training for Matt Korobov. You should be happy that he even accepted a fight with a tricky guy and, you know, an amateur standout like Matt Korobov. But once again, for certain fighters, oftentimes black fighters, they have these unrealistic expectations that nobody else has to meet, and that's just that's the reality of it. Nobody has to have these prerequisites. Nobody has to have these, you know, things. But when it comes to minorities, again, oftentimes black fighters, they have these unrealistic, like, you know, Tank was supposed to fight Lomachenko on late notice. Like, that was realistic, you know, with network beef and issues and, you know, that being a big fight. That wasn't going to happen, you know, on a 2-week whim. We know what it is. You know, now Richard Comey is allegedly hurt, and they're talking about Lomachenko fighting Anthony Corolla. If Tank fought Anthony Corolla, y'all would look at Anthony Corolla's losses and say, oh, look at Tank. Why is he fighting Anthony Corolla? Jorge Linares already beat him. So stop playing with me. We know what it is. We know where that energy comes from. And anyway, what I liked about Tank's performance is this. Tank was like Denzel in Training Day. Remember he had that shotgun? He was like, shh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know I'm surgical, but you know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. Tank was surgical. Remember that DMX line? He's like, so you got what you came for. Surgery with the chainsaw. That's what he gave him. He gave him surgery with the chainsaw. He didn't leave no room for errors. He didn't leave no room to get embarrassed. Like Hugo Ruiz, I said this on the Twitter or my last live stream or something. He looked big. They're saying that Tank weighed 154 and he weighed 144. I was like, bitch, where? Because Hugo Ruiz looked bigger than me. But they got the unofficial scale. But you can't always go off that, because you could have cell phones in your pocket. It's an unofficial scale. You can have a cell phone in your pocket. You have shoes on. You can have Tank might have had jewelry on because you already made weight for the fight. So that's not, maybe Tank weighed more, but that's what they said on the unofficial scale. But Hugo Ruiz looked pretty big. He looked tall too. He was almost Jim Gray's height in the interview for that little division, for 130. So the fight didn't have to look like that, period. The fight didn't. The reason it looked like that is because Tank is surgical, case in point, there was another WBA 130-pound champion. I don't know why the WBA has so many goddamn belts, but it's pretty stupid. Anyway, we got the chance to see both WBA champions really at 130 fight on the same night in the same region, both in Southern California. You've seen Tank's performance. He left nothing to the imagination, beat the shit out of him, possibly broke the dude's nose. Here's the quotes from PBC. Tank felt very heavy to me, very heavy-handed. As soon as he started landing punches, I could feel them. I have a lot of first-round knockouts. Today was my turn to lose in the first round. It happens in boxing. I surely have a fractured nose. This is Hugo Ruiz talking. These are quotes from him. I surely have a fractured nose. I'm looking forward to going down to 126 and look for another opportunity there. Shout out to Hugo Ruiz. He got a paycheck. He tried, and he's respectful even in defeat, and he realizes there's levels to it, and he's going back down. I have no problem with that. He was definitely leaking, but he's vouching. He's telling you what I've been telling you. Tank has heavy hands. This dude looked like he broke his shit. Looked like Marquez. Remember when Pacquiao got knocked down by Marquez in the fourth fight, and he started banging his gloves and shit, and then he started really bodying Marquez for a minute, and Marquez shit was just leaking. That's how Hugo Ruiz nose looked in one round. So it is what it is, But I told you, in boxing, nothing is given. People are going to try to find ways to hate on Tank. Oh, look at his opponent last minute. All right, Triple G didn't knock out Vanes Mataroa under very similar circumstances, but Triple G's circumstances with Vanes were worse because Vanes ain't fought in 2 years, and he was moving up, and Triple G didn't get no first round knockout. Canelo fought Rocky Fielding. He didn't get a first round. He looked beautiful in that fight, but he didn't get a first round knockout. So, obviously you got to give credit for the skill. Tank, like I said, no more, no less. He did what he was supposed to do, given the circumstances. He left no room for error, and he looked good. And I give him credit because, with the weight up and down or whatever, and being on a long layoff, maybe that affects him. Maybe a lesser athlete, maybe that would have affected him, but it clearly didn't affect Tank, and I'm not going to even go too much in detail because I'm not trying to disrespect somebody who's wounded, because that's not my thing. I don't kick a man while he's down. But the way Tank looked tonight, I really don't know that the Abnormatis fight would have went Abnormatis' way. Tank looked extremely sharp, and we don't know what Abnormatis' power would have been at 130, because you got to keep in mind, Abnormatis was also moving up in weight to fight Tank. He's just a bigger name with a more decorated background, but he was also coming up from 126. So in a perfect world, if Abnormatis' eye was holding up, I really don't know that he would have beat the way Tank looked. He would have beat him, but obviously it's speculation. Maybe Abner would have had more tricks up his sleeve and drug him to deep water. We don't really know. But Hugo Ruiz, they said he was a formidable puncher. He definitely bigger than Abnormatis and Tank, and he just got bombed out. I understand styles make fights. Shout out to Icy the One. We got to get to this money. $5 super chat. He said that's definitely a broken nose. A usual nosebleed from punches ends in a few minutes. I broke my opponent's nose my last fight, and it was bleeding like Ruiz's. That's what I'm saying. Tank's straight punches are butter. Them straight punches. Other thing that I see, people get mad because a lot of them are racist and really have these inherent biases. So when you give someone props, especially if it's a black fighter, they get mad. Oh, shut up. Oh, you're giving Eagles giving credit. Because I like what I seen. What Tank did that looked beautiful, and that was an educated, more of a veteran move, like somebody who's older than him, is that body work. He was sending straight shots a la like Floyd Mayweather to the body. A lot of power punchers fucking headhunt. Tank has power in both hands, and a lot of people headhunt for that reason, because they know I have power. They know if they get you in the temple, on the jaw, it's going to hurt you, right? They know that. Tank took the taller fighter, was walking him down, but did not forget. And it's obviously it's only one round to gauge, but he did all this in one round. And he was sending that straight shot to the body a couple of times. That shit hurts. You have the man hurling over, tucking his elbows, that opens up the head. A lot of young fighters in general don't utilize a body attack enough. Bring that tall ass, motherfucker down to your height. Go to that body, and Tank was doing that. And then on top of it, he already has power. So it's making him more formidable. A body shot, it doesn't even take the most power in the world to hurt someone to the body. A well-timed body shot, like that's why we've seen Tim Bradley knock out Brandon Rios. If you dedicate to the body and you time it, that's why we've seen Andre Ward wear down Kovalev. You don't have to be the sledgehammer one punch guy. If you have a dedicated body attack, that's just gonna hurt. It don't matter really what type of shape you're in. Obviously, the better the shape, the better. That's why I wish Deontay Wilder. He started off with Tyson Fury, but he kind of tapered off. If Wilder had more of a body attack, if Golovkin had a body attack, I think Golovkin could probably stop Canelo if he worked the body, but he doesn't. And he's probably not going to learn now that's not his style. When in doubt, jab your lights out. That's Triple G shit. But if Triple G had a good body attack to slow down the mind and slow down Canelo, he could probably stop him, because we know he can hurt him. He know he has power. But he jabs. That's why Canelo will probably beat him in the third. So anyway, body work breaks anyone down, even if you have moderate power, a la Tim Bradley versus Brandon Rios. But Tank has threatening power, plus he's educated enough to go to the body. Smart as fuck, especially against a taller guy. Tank looking like a monster. I can't wait. Fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all want to hate. We know. And the other thing is, like I said, Machado just lost. People are, it was just Hugo Ruiz. You're doing too much. Machado just lost to somebody who had 25 fights, 4 losses, and 2 draws. So he had 6 losses and draws. And he'd been stopped by Jojo Diaz at a lighter weight. And he just stopped Machado as the smaller guy. Machado looked pretty big. So, nothing is given in boxing, because if that was the case, the other WBA champion would still be the WBA champion at 130. Machado just fuck around and got stopped by a guy who didn't have a crazy record. They just had that card, that Raging Babe card in Philly, and I forgot cat's name with the C. He just got knocked out. He was a prospect, 17-0. He got knocked out with a guy with an upside down type of record. Knocked out. One punch. This boxing shit is not given like y'all think. And we've been seeing a lot of upsets like that, where somebody was getting praised and, they just been getting stretched. This shit is not given. So Tank was in there with a guy who was a potentially dangerous last-minute puncher and bigger than him. Enough said. And he did what he was supposed to do. He showed there's levels to this shit. Tank versus Tevin Farmer, great fight. I don't want to hear nothing else about Machado. And see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of you motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. People, they get gassed because of, Freddie Roach is training him and Miguel Cotto's backing him, or I'm Puerto Rican and he's Puerto Rican. None of that shit matters in boxing, And I like that the fact that a lot of you guys can't separate that, because the people who can separate it, more often than not, they're going to be right on the money or close to it. And you guys are going to be way off, because you're not going off of like skills and talent and stylistic matchups. You're going off of emotion and dumb shit like national heritage. That don't matter. There's Mexican guys that can scrap. There's black fighters that can scrap. White guys that can scrap. You know, Italians that can scrap. Russians that can scrap. I don't know who else I said. Filipino. None of that matters. You know, in that square circle, you can still get your ass whooped by anybody, and nothing is a promise. Nothing is, like Jagged Edge said, nothing is promised to me and you. Pride emotions get these dudes in trouble. You already know, Kane. But I like what I seen from Tank. Educated body attack. Fought a tall man how he was supposed to fight a tall man. Break that fucking body down. Jab to the solar plex. Straight shots. You know, Tank was, I think the hook that got him, he punched around the guard. Dude had his guard up. And Tank swept around it. That's some Mayweather shit. You know, Mayweather always send that right around the guard. He don't give a fuck if you got that guard up. He did it to Canelo. Study your boxing. Yeah, Tank hit him with I want to say a left hook. It was kind of around the guard and shit. And then he goes to the body and head. See, that makes you more for these young fighters need to study guys like Tank and the OGs, like Errol Spence, you know, and the OGs of the game. When you mix that body and head attack, that makes you, hey, block Andres. I was waiting for him to say something else stupid. Block him. Shooters, let's see who could clap him. Clap him quick. Get him out of here. I'm not playing no type of game. Thank you. You know, the Errol Spence, the Tank Davis, they mix up the head and body shit very well. This makes it, first of all, they have power in both hands. Second of all, they mix up their southpaws that mix up the power shots. Not just headhunt upstairs, upstairs, upstairs. That makes you more. That's like a pitcher throwing a fastball every single inning, every single pitcher. Somebody's gonna hit that. But when you mix it up a little bit, that's why do they have different pitches? It's the same thing. Why do they have different pitches? Because you have to change the rhythm of the shit. Otherwise, people will get a read on what the fuck you're trying to do. That's anything in life. You could be working out. If you work out and do the same workout for 10 years straight, your body's going to be used to it. You're not really challenging yourself at that point because you haven't made, you haven't shocked the muscles. You just keep doing the same shit. They're used to it. They know what to do. You know, even the reverse is true in life. If you're an alcoholic or a drug addict and then you try to, your body becomes dependent on drugs or alcohol. So then if you remove it, like, I'm gonna get clean. That's why your body goes through severe withdrawals and sicknesses, because something it's been depending on for X amount of time that you've been a fucking crackhead, you've now stripped away and you're cold turkey. That's why people can die, have cold sweats, get real ill, violently ill, vomit, because it's the same concept. So you got to switch it up. That's why you have to gradually, if you were to get off rehab, I'm pretty sure they don't just pull the plug. They have to kind of gradually get you to a position of like weaning you off the drugs and shit. So that's the same thing with power shots, power punches. You can't just throw the same thing with speed. That's why I think I really fuck with Eddie Reynoso. He's a good trainer. I like him. That's why Ryan Garcia going over to him was very smart, because Ryan Garcia is my guy. Shout out to him. But what I noticed about Ryan Garcia is he's fast. Ryan Garcia has a lot of natural attributes. He looks pretty durable. Naturally, he looks pretty fast, and he's athletic. Has a certain frame, lanky frame. Good reflexes. But the thing is, I see he didn't really vary his speed in his fights. He's trying to throw everything gunslinger fast, like bam. Like, this is not one of the garage videos on the reflex bag or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So everyone's just looking for everything fast. You got to mix it up. And I think Eddie Reynoso is helping him. That's why Canelo has deceptively fast hands. Canelo will fuck you up with the hand speed, but he switches up the rhythm. Canelo is a beast at punch variation, punch combination. Canelo will fuck you up. Stand in front of Canelo and trade for 12 rounds. You probably getting fucked up. Because Canelo, he's so fluid with his combinations. And he's not giving you, he'll touch you. He's another person in the league of Errol Spence and Tanks that mix up the body shit to the head. Rocky Fielding was getting murderized. They should have just threw in the towel when Canelo started opening up, because Canelo was showing out and showing off. Canelo was fucking him up. I was born ready. Canelo was hitting him with them born ready cheat code combinations. That was ugly. I didn't even want to watch that fight again because Canelo did Rocky Fielding so greasy. Shout out to Christopher Campbell. $5 super chat. The super chat. We some super chat gods, man. Ego preaching to these haters. We just talking this good old boxing. I'm in the zone. You know, boxing's in a good spot. But y'all got to learn to appreciate. Shout out to my guy Mario Barrios out of Texas. That's my man. He trains out in the Bay with Snack, Virgil Hunter Gym. I like what I seen from him. Good shit, Mario. Good shit. He got caught clean with a couple shots, but you know, it didn't seem to have any real effect on him. But he stayed the course, and he was mixing up his shots well, and you know, good finishing, killer instinct. And also check out Mario's sister, Selena. She has a fucking vicious knockout. She's undefeated right now. I think at lightweight. She's a beast too. He comes from a fight family. Texas got some good fighters, y'all. Charlo brothers, Errol Spence, Mario Barrios, Selena Barrios. Texas got some real ones. But anyway, check out them. Mario looked good. His opponent was pretty tough. I'm surprised he didn't go down. Like, I don't think he went down like that. He was hurt, but he didn't go down. Like, he was durable. You know, tough guy from Mexico. Tough. But he needs that. Mario needs that. He needs that type of fight. Man, boxing's lit. We're in a good place, bro. Guys and girls. Yeah, Mario looked like a badass. And he has a fan-friendly style. You know, I joke with Mario. I always told him he looked like Benjamin Bratt to me. Remember Blood In, Blood Out? Like, hey, fucking Meatloaf. He reminds me of Benjamin Bratt. I did a little side-by-side picture, posted it on Instagram. I don't know why. He really reminds me of Benjamin Bratt. But that, you know, that's a good thing. Benjamin Bratt probably had hoes. You know, he got that clean cut. But yeah, man, shout out to my dude, Blood In, Blood Out, Barrios. Good intelligence. Mixed up his shots. You know, he was hitting them with the Meatloaf combinations. I like that. Him and Virgil Hunter been cooking up. Boxing's in a good spot, y'all. We in a real good spot. Machado. Woo. Let's talk about that. I didn't watch the whole DAZN card. I was watching the Showtime card. You know, I think the other fight, the Fortuna fight was solid. You know, it's all right. But the Mario Barrios fight and then Gervonta fight were action packed and quick. You know, the Barrios fight went on a little bit longer, but that really woke up the crowd, and you know, those are real good fights to cap off. So hopefully Tank and Mario help generate Showtime with higher numbers, because that was exciting. So I didn't watch the beginning of the DAZN card, but I did catch the what's it called, the main event with Machado, because Tank fight was so hey, 4 Life 1 DB oh wow, ha, Blood In, Blood Out. That's my shit. That's my movie. Popeye was tripping in Blood In, Blood Out. That motherfucker was in. He's like, come here, you white bitch. Give me some chon chon. What? Oh, what? You got to do that Russell Wilson. If I was in prison and a motherfucker said that to me, come here, you white bitch. Give me some chon chon. I want some chon chon. Pulled out a blade. What? Hey, y'all tripping. What? The fuck? That motherfucker want chon chon from a dude? What? Hey, shit, if I was in prison, all right, motherfucker, let's go. Survival, you motherfucker trying to get some chon chon, you gonna have to they gonna have to take me alive. Dead or alive. Yeah, I'll pull out that blade. See, man, I'll pull out that blade too. I got that blicky, huh? Blicky got that stiffy, huh? Yeah, we all pulling out blades. You talking about some chon chon or some shit? What? Yeah, Blood In, Blood Out's my shit. Anyway, Machado. he got beat. Andrew Cancio. Shout out to him. Relentless pressure. Machado, he I don't know. He looked like he was getting discouraged pretty often. He got dropped. How many times did he get dropped? I don't even remember the count. He got dropped a couple times though. He was getting hurt to the body and like he was on the ground and shit. The referee was clicky, got the stiffy, got the blicky. The ref was giving him, he got dropped 3 times. Okay. Yeah, ref was giving him as much time to recuperate and recover as humanly possible because there was some long ass counts. He was taking them long counts. Yeah. Shout out to Cancio. And I seen Cancio for a fact. I think it might have been on a Canelo fight week or a card or some shit. And Joseph Jojo Diaz beat his ass. Stopped him at 126. So, you guys, a lot of people be jumping on the bandwagon, man. They jump on the bandwagon. Like, I have nothing against Machado. I don't know him, but they so quick to jump on the bandwagon and anoint people. You notice I don't do that. Like, see, I have, like, I'm not perfect, obviously, but I do thorough research and backgrounds, like on Aerospin. I told you, listen, put it this way. The people I've told y'all to check for on my channel are still relevant. Win, lose, or draw, they're still relevant. Y'all be talking about so-and-so is the next person. Y'all was really telling me Machado will beat Tank. You didn't even beat Cancio. Man, Cancio is the WBA champion. Let's see Gervonta, and I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing else. Roy Jones' voice. Let's see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Andrew Cancio. Let's see that. And I don't want to hear no crying and why Tank just fights smaller guys, because I know Cancio came from a lighter division. He is a champion. Consolidate them belts. Cancio, I really, he's a great fighter or a good fighter, and he's coming off a solid performance. I do not see him beating Tank Davis. And y'all were saying that Machado was the one he was gonna knock. And some people say Barrios. Listen, these are good fights. I'm not saying they're not gonna be difficult for Tank, and Tank walks through the guys, but you guys I know it's emotion. I know it's national heritage, ethnicities, and favoritism and true bias. Some of you motherfuckers is racist, and that's why you're picking the people you pick, period. Because you're giving people the clout before they've even earned it. You're giving people stripes before they even put the work in. That's not how it happens in the real world. In the real world, Rocky Balboa would have got his ass whooped by Apollo Creed, and y'all know that. But it's a movie, so in a movie anything can happen. In the real world, Apollo Creed would dust Rocky the fuck off. Hey, Mick was calling Rocky a bum. How you gonna beat a world champion who's buff and in shape, with a fucking afro? You not fucking with him. Carl Weathers was sweaty in every scene. That's how that motherfucker was never dry. He was ready. Even his monologue scenes with suits on, he was sweating. That motherfucker always had a little sheen and sweat to him. Rocky would get his ass whooped. But y'all like that movie dumb shit. Hey, I just want to fight Apollo. This ain't no fucking movie, bro. Ivan Drago would have put Rocky in a coma. Real talk. Ivan Drago would have. He was on steroids, 6'5", diesel, killed a man, and he was hitting with long ass malicious full extension. Rocky would be dead. Rocky would be in somebody's casket talking about, yo, God, hey God, why you do me like this? That's Rocky. Rocky would be dead before there wouldn't even been Creed and Rocky 5 and shit. He'd be dead by part 4. He's not beating all these people. But once again, this is Hollywood. Hollywood mad. Anything can happen. You can have a 5'6" Italian fighting at heavyweight against 6'5", Russians on steroids and somehow win. And allow. See, Rocky. If you watch Rocky 4, Drago's like, and Rocky's letting him hit him with them sledgehammers, and Rocky, he would be dead right then and there. Now, I'm not violating, I'm being honest, and that's what it is. Yeah, Clubber Lang probably would have killed Rocky too. Hey, Rocky, heard you want to fight, fool. Rocky would have been dead right after that. Buff ass man. Thunder Lips would have killed Rocky. Oh yeah, brother. Thunder Lips would have killed Rocky. All these motherfuckers would have killed Rocky. There wouldn't be no Tommy Morrison fight because he'd been dead. There wouldn't been no Antonio Tarver. What's his name? What's Antonio Tarver's character's name? What the fuck was? Oh my god! It was a cool little name too. Why can't I think of Tarver's character's name? Mason Dixon. Yeah, that shit sound like, I know he dark skinned, but that shit sound like some slave shit. Mason Dixon line and shit. What? That shit sound like some slave. They should have just called him Django. Mason Dixon. The 1/3, Mr. 1/3 law. Fucking Jim Crow. What? Anyway, Rocky would have been dead fucking around with the fuck around. Y'all know I ain't lying. Hey, you know, I gotta, first of all, he just would have been dead, y'all. He would have been dead. Not only are you fighting a Russian on steroids in the movie, you're going to Russia to do it. You've been dead. Even if you beat him, the Russians probably kidnap your ass and, you know, beat the fuck out you for costing them money. Velo, come with me. Hell no. Rocky would have been dead. There wouldn't have been all these sequels and all that shit. Shout out to Ren Wilson, $2 super chat. Ego straight violating The Rock. Nah, I fuck with Stallone. Heavy, you know, Tango and Cat. Okay, let's do it. Hey, he don't know how to use a 3C shot. I fuck with Rocky. I love Stallone. But I'm just saying, in the real world, Rocky would have died, probably. Hey, yo, Tommy, what's up? You trying to fight? Hey, yo. Yeah, you trying to fight me? I don't want to fight you, Tommy. Tommy Morrison, one of them would have killed him. He wouldn't have been in Creed. He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. Nah, bro. But that's what y'all like. Y'all think it's a movie. Tank. Y'all keep saying, like, pitting all these people. Oh, Machado will get Tank. All right, put Machado in there with Tank. If you can't beat Cancio, I don't see how you gonna beat Tank. But okay, you know, Cancio, he's the man. He got the WBA. All right, cool. Put him in there with Tank. You know, y'all think this is a Rocky movie. Y'all really want this to be a Rocky movie. Hey, let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbow. It's a mean and cruel place, and it'll beat you there if you let it. Nothing is gonna hit as hard as life. Dragon! Alright, keep thinking it's a Rocky movie. Motherfucker ran up a mountain and screamed the guy's name. Dragon! Like, boy, if you don't sit your ass, you gonna scream. And he didn't even say pause or nothing at the end. He just, Dragon! Dragon! Let me stop for the neighbors get mad. I bet the neighbors know my name. He be freaking. Shout out to Icy the One. We the realists. I tell you, it's super chat. The money just keep coming in. Okay. $2 super chat. We saw what happened to Rocky fought Canelo. Yeah, man. Hey, all right, listen. Straight up, I don't care what your sexual preference is. Me personally, ego, I'm not running up a mountain, finally getting to the tippy top and screaming out another's name. Like, I don't care if he killed my friend or whatever the backstory is. I would never do that. Because, you know, when you're at a mountaintop, it like echoes and shit. So the whole world heard in THX you yelling the guy's name and shit. Drago! Drago! Like, I can't do it. I'll yell some cool shit like what the fuck? You know, like something cool. I ain't yelling no running up no mountain. It's not that serious. It's like, Canelo! Canelo! Like, just screaming and shit. What? Hell no. He said Mason Dixon. They may as well call him Tom Cotton Picker. Yeah, or Uncle Tom Jimbo or some shit. This show am good. I'ma lead you to the promised land. Oh. That's how they want to depict. That's how they want blacks in Hollywood. Come here, Rocky. I shall show you. Harriet Tubman taught me the way. I'm gonna lead you. My slave always turns into a cross between Paul Bearer and Adam Sandler. I will show all the slaves the way. Oh yeah, shampoo is better. No, conditioner. Hey, penguin, they treat you real respectable like. The Black Channel. That's how you know the racist people in boxing, because they always start off with, why do the blacks? like no, they don't warm up to it. Like, why do the blacks give Gervonta any credit? He just beat Hugo Ruiz. Like, what do you mean? Why do the blacks? Like just every black. Like, we just had a convention and everybody's like, some blacks aren't even watching Tank. What are you talking about? But that's what they do. They just group everybody. Why do the blacks like like the blacks? What? The Black Channel. Why do the blacks like Gervonta? I think he ducked Loma. He doesn't want to fight against Loma. Why do the black like what? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Yeah, if anybody said the blacks, like, yeah, you probably racist. What you talking about? The blacks. Why do the blacks like Floyd? Didn't he beat his wife? The Black Channel. Like what? Like what? You motherfucker crazy. You know, anyway, I run the game. It's okay. Most entertaining to this day. Somebody said, Drago! Let's stop. Ego, so what's up with Tank? I don't think he has to move up unless he can't make weight. He may wait. If he fights more frequently, he'll probably have less, like, in between chances to gain weight, you know. So I think he'll be all right. You know, if he does that June, July Baltimore fight, he'll be cool. Hey, Keyshawn, I don't know about that. I ain't never heard of that, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never heard of that. Anyway, let's see it. Andrew Cancio, great job. Let's see him versus Tank. You know, battle of the WBAs. You know, since y'all was saying Machado was the one that would beat Tank, next person. And see, I'm telling you, Miguel Berchelt, I like him. He's good. I don't think Tank's a good fight for him. Because if you look at it, he has no defense. Like, he lacks defense. So, yeah, he could catch Tank. But, bro, these motherfuckers don't know. I'm telling you, I promise you that. For that, I promise you. This is why we be baptizing. These dudes be going purely off of race and emotion and favoritism. Because if you watch Miguel Berchelt fight, he doesn't have much of a defense from what I've seen. He was getting clipped and he even got hurt versus Mickey Roman. But with his youth and size, he was able to overcome it and then, you know, outlast. Tank does not give you, he's more surgical. He can box. He has skill. He doesn't give you a chance to recover because he's smart about it and he's picking you off on some sniper shit. So, hey, it's a great fight. I'm sure it'll have a great crowd, but I would definitely favor against Machado. I would have favored Tank, and I would have favored him against Barrios. Period. Barrios has enough power and speed to give Tank problems. That fight will end up in a KO for sure. You know, it's a good fight. He's tall. He doesn't have that much defense, and I think that's the difference maker, because Tank will probably try to pick him off, and that's going to frustrate Barrios. And he swings wide. But hey, let's see it. I'm with it. Let's see it. Period. Let's see it. Tank's the man at 130 to me. Period. Skills pay the bills, and I think he got that. Let's get it. It's going to be a good year, though. Yeah, Jaron Ennis, I'm not talking about him versus Tank when they're 17 pounds apart. Thank you. That makes no sense. You want me to talk? That's like, yeah, let's say let Wilder needs to fight God next. So what do you guys just be talking about? Really? Oh, you're saying he's a prospect? Oh, I thought you were trying to say he needs to fight Tank. I'm like, what? Anyway, make sure you guys put your comments on the Monday Mail Day video. You know, I'm trying to gather the comments, and I'll work on that probably tomorrow. You know, we just renovating, building some stuff. You know, good night of fights. Tank was real quick. I like what I seen with Barrios. That was a good fight. Floyd says Tank fighting in Japan next. You lying. I never heard that. Oh, he gonna fight Tenshin now? Why you keep calling Fortuna Dougie Fresh? Oh, he really said that? Oh, shit. That's what's up. I don't know about no Tank Pacquiao. I don't know what weight they would fight at. But see, listen. Here, whether you think it'll happen or not, maybe it's possible with Pacquiao being on that side of the fence. But how is it that Gervonta Tank Davis calls out Pacquiao? Lomachenko literally said, I don't want to fight Pacquiao because he's old. What rationale is that? So Tank can fight him. Adrian Broner could call him out. Keith Thurman just called him out. These guys are around your age, if not younger. Tank is younger than Lomachenko. So he could fight these guys. But for Loma, he's too prideful, really. And Pacquiao's too old. That he beat Broner and he says he was sick. So he still got a lot in the tank, because I thought he looked pretty sharp. He looked good, especially considering the fact that he was sick. You know, that he's too old. They shouldn't have even let that leak. I wouldn't even let the interview come out. That's not a good look. You talking about he too old? But you could fight Rigondeaux, who's right around the same age as Pacquiao. Okay, that makes no sense. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is why new media is the new wave. Get with it or get lost. They can't fade us, because what they say, what old media says, doesn't hold up. Lomachenko fought Rigondeaux, right? Pacquiao called out Lomachenko. Rigondeaux called out Lomachenko, but you're only willing to fight the guy who fought at smaller weights. Pacquiao, who has fought at higher weights, 147 and 150 something, you just automatically discount him and say he's too old, and you don't want that to be a part of your legacy. That makes no sense, especially when y'all hate on the Cuban fighters, talking about they older than what they said. They older than what BoxRec said. You say Luis Ortiz is too old. Nobody wants to fight him, though. Why doesn't somebody fight his old ass and beat him down and put him in the retirement home? If it's that easy, you said it was going to be easy, because you guys are lying, because you know it's not going to be easy to fight Luis Ortiz. They know Luis Ortiz is a problem. They know Luis Ortiz is a beast. You know, same thing with Rigondeaux. They say all these Cubans are lying about their age, so then that means he probably is the same age. If that's what you're saying, he is the same age as Pacquiao, if not older. So how did Lomachenko fight Rigondeaux, but he can't fight Pacquiao based on age? And Pacquiao got way more fights than Rigondeaux. I think they used to spar together at Freddie Roach's. Pacquiao got 70 fights. Rigondeaux got less than 20. That's like, bro, what? And they accept it. Old media accepts this. That it's like, I'm the bad guy for exposing it and bringing it up. When I brought it up, you're hating on Loma. That's like me being in the NFL saying I'm not playing the fucking Patriots because Tom Brady, he's 40. But he winning Super Bowls. That doesn't even make sense. He's winning at an elite level, and I'm talking about I'm not playing against Tom Brady. That motherfucker too old. What type of shit is that? He's still out here. Tom Brady, he's not even my quarterback. I'm a Niners fan. But I give it up to greatness. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback ever. I mean, he has the stats. I'm a Joe Montana guy personally, and Steve Young because I like the Niners. But based on his accomplishment, you can't take that. That's like me saying I'm in the league in his conference, and I'm not playing against Tom Brady. That don't make sense. Oh, you motherfucker 40. But this is what they do to Luis Ortiz. This is what they do to Pacquiao. Pacquiao old and shit. You don't want to get schooled by Tom Brady or potentially get schooled, because that's an excuse. When Brady is showing that he's at 40, 43, whatever the age he is, him and Giselle, they got it going on. They doing yoga, they taking care of their skin, and I know he has like a sports psychologist and shit and deflating balls and shit. Whatever the fuck he doing, it's keeping him competing at a high level. So you can't just discount Brady and say, I'm not playing. Look how old he is and shit. Y'all want me to play like I'm Cam Newton, I'm Russell Wilson. This motherfucker old. Then play against him. If he's so old, he's old and decrepit. Cool. Then you beat him. That's the biggest cop out. Lomachenko talking about Pacquiao is too old. Pacquiao's the same age as Brady, and they both performing. It's not like Brown. What rounds did you give Broner that where he looked great, where he was like making Pacquiao look horrible? We didn't see that. I didn't see it. So obviously Pacquiao could still hang at an elite level. He ain't out here looking like Antonio Margarito or something. Somebody like Cotto was losing to Saddam Ali, stuff like that. Guys who are lighter, moving up in weight, beating him. Pacquiao don't look like that. Stop playing with me. We the realest. I'm out. Shout out to the winners tonight: Andrew Cancillo, Mario Barrios, Gervonta Tank Davis. We got to see some easy work. I'm coming with that fire. Drop your comments for the Monday Mail Day. We feeling good, feeling great. Triple G never moved up, but you clowns say he's pound for pound. Bro, they want to anoint everybody. They want to anoint everybody before. Listen, I don't care if you anoint people when they deserve it. If you say, oh, Triple G is number one pound for pound, but he's done something where you're like, oh, okay, that put him at. How did Triple G? Listen, I'm not hating. I'm being 100% real and transparent. How did they say Triple G was number one pound for pound? Number one. Before he fought Daniel Jacobs. Before he fought Canelo. How was he number one pound for pound? Based on what victory? And once again, ESPN, old media, and all the motherfuckers who said this stupid shit look dumb as fuck. Because once again, you're proven wrong. That what you said didn't add up. Because as soon as Triple G fought the best names on his resume to date, the fights got a lot harder, and you've seen that. Daniel Jacobs beat him, in my opinion. Canelo had a draw and then beat him, in my opinion, and in the judge's opinion. Those are the best names on Triple G's entire resume as a pro. I'm not talking about Darrell in the amateurs and Lucian Bute in the amateurs. I'm talking about a pro career. Name one fighter better than Canelo that Triple G has a victory, like an absolute victory on paper over. Where there was no controversy. So you can't say Daniel Jacobs. Name one guy that you think is better than Canelo that he has a non-controversial victory over. Vanes Matarosin, Matthew Macklin, Marco Antonio Rubio, Gabe Rosado. he doesn't have. Even people always bring up Floyd for whatever dumbass reason, and people haven't even done what Floyd's done, so it's not even something you can compare. But even if you took out the Castillo fight that a lot of people try to hold over his head, Floyd got certified bodies that you can't take anything away. He has a Gotti who was bigger than him at the time. He has Castillo who was bigger and undefeated at the time. Rest in peace to Chico. He has Ricky Hatton who was undefeated. He has 2 Maidana wins. Juan Manuel Marquez, he schooled. Pacquiao struggled with Marquez every single time, and Marquez jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Pacquiao in the 4th fight and knocked him out. Floyd fought him off a 2-year layoff and dogged him. So even if you remove the Castillo fight, which he later avenged 8 months later, even if you remove that from his resume, he still got work. Golovkin, if you remove his controversial fights, then look at his resume, it's looking thin. If you remove Canelo, controversial fights, and Jacobs, then his resume looks thin. You're left with Kell Brook, Adama, Michael Blackson's cousin or whoever the fuck that is. Try again, motherfucker. Do you know who you are dealing? No, I do not have no receipt, goddamn. Try again, the ugly motherfucker, the pink motherfucker. What? New media, digital mob, we killing. They know, bro, it's a wrap. Everything I said about the Joshua situation, the only thing they could do is dislike. I tell y'all all the time, you could dislike, but you can't disprove. Look at how often we get it right. There's nothing you can really say because time reveals everything. They were saying Machado would beat Tank. They said I'm a Tank lover and you fucking only like the black fighters and you sucking Tank dick, all this weird extra shit, right? But look at Tank's performance. He's doing the talking. I don't even gotta do no talking. Tank is doing the talking. Tank was like, yeah, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. He did the talking. Pensacola, we talked tonight. Baltimore, we talked tonight. I ain't gotta talk. All I had to do is cue you into how I felt, and he's showing you why I felt that way. The shit they say don't add up at any point. They say Machado, Tank, why won't he fight Machado? He's scared of Machado. He's a potato, Machado. They saying all this shit. See, y'all gonna fuck around and turn me to Ego Valley, man. I didn't even want to do it like this because I'm having a good day. But this is what they do. Tank's ducking real competition. Why doesn't he fight Machado? Machado just lost. He lost to a guy with 4-2 in the draw and loss column. 4 losses, 1 by stoppage, Jojo Diaz, and 2 draws out of 25 fights. Bro, you don't even have to do that. He said no one can ever say Ego is biased because he was the first to call out Keith Thurman for his bullshit. And I got flack for it. They said I'm hating and I just an Errol Spence fanboy and a bunch of bullshit. But as time went on, once again, I was proven right. And we seen that Errol Spence wanted all of the smoke and still to this day wants all the smoke. And we see that Keith Thurman is kind of tapered off a bit. Bro, like I said, check the scoreboard. They not fucking with us. Ego's Army, I promise you. I don't always get it right, but I always try to hold y'all down. I always try to do that. And look at how often we get it wrong, right versus wrong. They always get it wrong. They tell us Chocolatito #1 pound for pound. I'm like, he's cool. He's good to watch. He ain't #1 pound for pound. I did videos about it. They say, he hating. He just don't like Chocolatito. He's, racist. He's biased. He's a Chocolatito. I don't hear no one even talking about him. How he go from #1 pound for pound, no one even talking about. Floyd Mayweather don't even fight, but he was #1 pound for pound. They still talking about him. Oh my gosh. I don't hear no one even uttering Chocolatito's name anymore. Ever. Because that's all they do. They're fucking shapeshifters. When they're proven wrong, they dissipate and they're parasites. They just go to another host. That's it. And then drop them. Me, at least I'm loyal. Like, my Niners ain't doing that good. But I've been a Niners fan since I'm a kid. I'm still riding with the Niners. It's still San Francisco. It's still Bay Area. It's still gang. Speed. I hope you have a speedy recovery, Jimmy Garoppolo. Keep dating them porn stars. They'll probably get your cardio right, and come back. Because when it's popping for us again, then I'm going to be like, I've been with. Same thing with the Warriors. I've always liked the Warriors and the Lakers. The Lakers, just because I'm from California, but because I'm a huge Kobe fan. But I've always fucked with the Warriors. So through the bad times, you know, the Webber, Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond era to currently. So now that they're doing good is a great feeling. I always got to support a local team. That's just me. But I stay loyal to it. The Warriors weren't always good. You know, the Warriors weren't always like what they are right now. But it's about, you know, staying consistent, staying loyal. I've been telling y'all about Tank. Y'all said it's because he's black and I'm racist and because I know him and, you know, I don't know shit about boxing and Machado would beat him. This shit they say perpetually does not hold up. Now, let's see the people that are making videos saying Tank is ducking Machado and why does he want to fight Machado, you know. Where are the videos? Do an updated video. They probably won't even do a Tank video. Or if they do a Tank video, they're going to hate on him like as if it's his fault that his opponent couldn't make it to the ring because of health issues. Shout out to Mira. I respect that. You know, even though the Niners and Raiders have this like huge clash, I've been to Raiders games and shit. It's cool. It's always lit. You know, I like Oakland too. You know, like that's not my team, but I like the city of Oakland. So, you know, I never really. Sometimes the Raider fan be annoying, though. They be talking hella shit to the Niners. But, you know, it's still Bay Area over everything. Bay versus everybody. You already know what it is. But anyway, watch these shapeshifters. They're either going to not talk about Tank's performance, you know, make excuses why Machado, I think he was weight drained or he overtrained, just like they always do, you know. Or they'll downplay Tank's win. Oh, I just beat Hugo Ruiz. Yeah, but not only you beat him, he made it look easy as fuck. He was walking around. He didn't look like he had no sweat on him or nothing. He just went in there and chopped the man up, and now he's at the club with Drake and shit. I guarantee you he probably at the club. You know, he didn't look like, it looked like nothing. He just destroyed him. And he did it surgical. Give me my 6-7 figure check, I'm out. Period. Period. With a T. Period. So, once again, check the scoreboard. That's all I'm saying. 2019 is a continuation. For the last couple of years, we've been in that ass. Like thongs. We've been in that ass. And it's funny because I see YouTubers all the time to come for me and, you know, I don't even know Duke. You know, I don't even know these dudes. But I've been here before. I always see little channels and on YouTube, they'll have like a little rise to prominence, get a couple views. And then when people see that they're perpetually wrong, they always dissipate because they stop making money on the platform. You know, it takes something to have a full-time income on YouTube. You have to be doing something. You know, it's not just. Do you know how many people want to be YouTuber? Nowadays, people come out of high school wanting to pursue YouTube or be YouTube gamers or YouTube. You always see that. But like I said, I've always tried to help. I don't care. I don't feel threatened by nobody. I don't feel threatened by no channel because they not fucking with me. They're not doing what I do. I stay to myself. You know, I try to entertain my people. Talk my points. If you don't like it, if it's not your cup of tea, you don't like the impressions, you don't like the opinions, that's cool. To each his own. Go that away. You know, if you don't like my lyrics, you could press fast forward. Straight up. But they choose. That's how I know they lying. They choose to say they hate the content, but they keep making videos about my content, or they keep talking about me. Like what? Make that make sense. Real Brother 32, I appreciate you. Y'all already know what it is. The king is back. That's like me doing a video every day about how Justin Bieber ain't shit. People be like, shut the fuck up, Ego. Why you keep watching Justin Bieber if you don't like him? You know, if his music is trash, it's not your thing. It's, you know, he's getting married. Why am I covering all Bieber stories? They want to be your boy so bad. You already know what it is. Shout out to the winners, though. I'm out. thank you guys for all the support. We got some new channel members this week. Really, a lot of them today too. Hey, y'all can show the Patreon love too. We about to really turn up. I'm doing some renovation, so you might, for the channel members, for the Patreon family, we about to do some shit. We about to really turn up. You know, I'm getting my ducks in a row. There's somebody in the chat right now that's helping me behind the scenes, but I'm not gonna reveal because then you might try to get them to help you. But trust me, I'm working. Damn, somebody got clapped. Someone said Rodney Day. No respect. No respect. It's coming. It's coming down the pipeline, and I'm ready. Real Brother 32, you know what it is. We just gonna keep hitting them over the head. They're gonna get this message. Believe that. You know, somebody let me use your DAZN login. DM me your DAZN login. No, I'm just playing. Unless you're gonna do it. All right, I'm out.